There's a device called a Lipolaser. This is what it looks like. I've used this, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 times. And I'm going to tell you, it works. This thing really works. I used it in Peru and in Colombia, in Cali, Colombia. I was paying $6 to $10 per treatment, and I was losing 1 pound per session. I don't think this is real. This is not after 30 sessions. That's more than 30 pounds of weight loss. I mean, I know there's no way that's true. Don't believe it. And you pretty much want it on your stomach for the most part. There's obviously some people who have other problem areas. It totally worked. What happens is you go to a place, you get a package deal, and you pay like $100 for like 8 sessions or 10 sessions. And they want to do 3 a week. They want to do it as quickly as possible, which I didn't want to do. And then what happens is you go into the session, um, you take your shirt off, you lie down on the table. They put these things on your body, and you can move them around during the session if you don't think it's placed properly. And the session lasts for 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes they package it with a different device. The other devices never worked, and some of them were painful. The only devices that worked were the lipolaser and anything that freezes a cell, but you don't want to, it's cold. You might not like the cold temperature. So you sit there for half an hour, not painful at all. I do recall that maybe after doing it often, there was slight irritation that you forget about after 5 minutes, but nothing weird. And the next day, no big deal. It takes more than 24 hours before you see the results. And then I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd get up and my bladder would be very, very, very full. And that all your weight would go out. What it does is it pokes holes in your fat cells and it causes it to release fluid. So you want to do it and then exercise afterwards. It's going to make it go along. I tried massaging my stomach. It really doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, you can only massage your stomach so much, and the massage, the spas that do massages, they're not going to do the area that you had the lipolaser on. So unless you do something like what this person's doing, this guy, always did my stomach, and it was cheap. In the United States, it's over $100 per session. It's a ripoff. I looked up the name of the machine on the internet. I read what other people had to say. Everybody else recommended Lipolaser over everything else. It was true. I did it not all at once. Like I didn't do like 30 sessions in a row. I probably did 6 or 7 sessions at one place, 7 to 10 at another, and then again, and then again. Something like that. And in Peru, it was actually quite easy to find. And in Colombia, in Cali, I believe it was, hard to remember, it was easy to find. Um, and I know they have it in the United States. It is easy to find, but if you ask around, if you go to places that have like RF radio frequency and you ask about lipolaser, they might say they don't know what you're talking about. And there's another product called like liposuction. You don't want to do that one. You want to do the lipolaser. And don't do the radio or the sound one. And the ice one, the freezing one, kills the fat cells. So the problem with that is it might make you fat somewhere else. Okay, so I'm going to tell you that this product definitely does work, and you will gain the weight back. It's not gone forever. If you do anything that causes the retention of water, the weight's coming back. Um, Maybe drinking carbonated beverages is something that causes you to retain water because you don't want the CO2 doesn't spoil; it stays in your body. Because if you take in more CO2 than you let out, you're going to build up CO2. That's basically it. and it will stay there for your entire life. Okay, so that's my opinion of Lipolaser. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.